we're talking about, of course, the Philippine federal constitution. Do you feel that somehow this is being fast-tracked? Minamadali ho ba to? Kasi would that be fair? If so, because matagal na ho naman talaga pinag-uusapan shifting to a federal form of government.
Well, let's put it this way, no? SONA is on Monday. We'll see from there kung minamadali o hindi. But
what do you feel
case,
right now?
Well, the Senate we've already taken a stand on the issue. We will not be railroaded. We will not fast-track it. We will give it the proper time and the proper effort. And this means you're also looking at national surveys and trying to see, lumalanding na ba yung mga mensahe na to sa tao? Because we want, kapag nagplebisito na at kailangan bumoto ng tao tungkol dito sa bagong konstitusyon, alam nila kung ano yung pinagbobotohan nila. So, you know, until those numbers change and we see that people really understand and are clamoring for it, I think that would be, if ever, the best time to even discuss opening it up. So at this point, it's all preparatory. Now, very soon, the Senate will have to make a decision on the matter. Do we need to continue the hearings regarding the charter change? Do we need to terminate the hearings and already propose a committee report? And this is, of course, the decision of Senator Pangilinan. And at that point, people will have to vote, no? Open or not open. Then eventually, CONCOM or CONAS. Yeah. That's another decision.
So I take it, Senator, that a lot of it would be you looking into surveys such as Pulse Asia, for example,
and SWS,
and
yes.
SWS on the sentiment of the people on chat. Dun ho kayo naniniwala?
Yes, no, you have to look at that. Siyempre, kung maniniwala ka lang sa mga politiko, parang iba rin yung perspective mo, di ba? Remember, the DILG and other government agencies have been doing the rounds about federalism for the past maybe 2 years. And yet, hindi pa rin nagbabago yung paningin ng tao tungkol dito. So, we need to give it the time. We need to be able, we need the help of the media, especially, no? To be able to really go into detail, explain natin sa tao, ano ba yung ibig sabihin nito? Because ang takot ko dito, Pinky, babaguhin mo yung political structure, you go through this whole process, and, you know, Secretary Pernia had already said that this might be disastrous to our economy. Specifically because if you're an investor, at habang magulo pa yan, di ka pa mag-i-invest, di ba? Hihintayin mo na mag-stabilize yan. You go through that whole process, 3 taon, 5 taon bago mag-stabilize yan. In the end, ganun pa rin yung sitwasyon ng mga Pilipino. Yeah. Bakit pa natin to ginawa?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that because Secretary Pernia had made a statement regarding this. At I think it was presidential spokesperson Harry Roque who said that we have clarified the matter with Secretary Pernia. Ano ho bang palagay niyo dyan?
Well, you have to talk to them, no? But you know, all the business most of the business persons I've spoken to or business groups I've spoken to are worried about the change in the charter because alam nila kung may mag-i-invest at hindi sigurado yung walang political certainty, hindi talaga mag-i-invest. They will hold off talaga. Okay. So, yun palang malaking bagay na alam naman natin, yung investments equals jobs. Okay. So, it again goes back to the basic needs of our people, no? Prices, jobs, economic concerns. And ang tanong ko talaga dito, this whole charter change that we're doing, masasagot ba talaga yung mga issue nila? Palagi ko talaga hindi.
So, will you answer this? Will you answer this, sir, that are you careful about charter change because of who government is right now?
Yes. Kasama na rin yun, no? I think that's part of it. You know, one of the provisions that we talked about in length during the hearing was about the political dynasty provision. And everyone, again, everybody agreed. Those who were for it and those who were against it said, kung wala yung anti-political dynasty provision, ibasura na yung buong charter change na yan. Ibasura na yung federalism kung walang political dynasty provision. But here's the thing, Pinky, at ito yung medyo nagulat ako during the hearing. The current proposal of the CONCOM sa political dynasty is basically political dynasty for everybody except the president. Yeah, okay. Medyo nagulat rin ako doon.
So, ano ibig sabihin?
Ang ginawa kasi nilang scheme, and this is something I found, you know, crazy, no, to be honest. Ang ginawa nilang scheme, second level of consanguinity, so mag-asawa, anak, grandfather, grandchildren, that's fine. Local, regional, national. So, kung regional or local, hindi ka pwedeng mag-anak. Pero pag national, allowed ka. Okay? But in their definition, the only nationally elected position is the president and the vice president who are running in tandem. So in short, yung anti-political dynasty provision na proposed ng CONCOM is political dynasty for everybody, but not the president.
And the Vice President.
And the Vice President, whoever that will be. Of course, hindi naman natin tinutukoy dito si President Duterte. It's prospective, but I found it very, very, you know, irregular. So, that you would have an anti-political dynasty provision, but exempt the President.
Exempt the President and the Vice President.
So in short, pwede ka magka-presidente, yung anak, senator, yung isang anak siguro, mayor, or at least meron kang dalawa, and then everybody else, basically bawal. So this was something very peculiar. Hindi nila na-explain ng mabuti. To be honest, I was prodding them to look at the logic behind that. But honestly, I found their answer unsatisfactory. In fact, yung kausap natin doon, si Professor Haharangin, he said that what he had wanted was a blanket anti-political dynasty provision. But I guess he was outvoted, no? But ako naman, simple lang. Kung gagawin nyo na rin yan, at ipropose nyo na rin yan, itodo nyo na. Huwag na kayong magbigay ng exemption sa...
Lahatin nyo
Huwag na kayong magbigay ng exemption sa pinakamataas na posisyon, no? So that I found very, very irregular. Why you would exempt the President from an anti-political dynasty provision dito sa kanilang proposal.
But let's be fair, the President and the Vice President, di ba?
Yes, running in tandem na yan.
Tandem yan. Which, ipapasok ko lang to, Senator, the transition committee, yun nga po. The President already said that kung pwede tanggalin na siya by 2019. Let's very briefly listen to the soundbite of President Rodrigo Duterte regarding this.
Make me stop being president during the transition. So I urge Congress, ang kay Puno ngayon, committee, to make the final changes. Make me president only next year, 2019.
Would a statement like that, sir, allay fears of possible term extensions, yung mga ganun po?
Yes. Yes, to be honest, it would, no? But of course, hihintayin mo dyan yung final version. Like currently,
bakit po final?
Because it has to go through us.
Okay.
Yung binigay naman ng CONCOM, you know, just to clarify to everybody, that's just recommendatory lang yan. At the end of the day, the good thing about it is, meron kang starting point, no? So right now, all the debates, all of the criticisms or support are centered around this draft because meron ka nang nakalagay sa papel. But in the end, magbabago pa yan. Now, if it does open up, and of course that in itself is already a question, no? Pero kung bubukas yan, kailangan ma-retain yung anti-political dynasty provision. People are saying, hindi yan papasa or hindi yan naabot sa final version. We'll see. Itong binabanggit ni President Duterte na kailangan ng transition president or mga pagbabawal sa kanilang pagtakbo ulit, kung yan talagang gusto niya, kailangan masigurado natin na hindi talaga matanggal rin yan.
Kasi nga naman, we can talk about it at length for days or even months to come.
You know, to be honest,
the final version will
Pinky,
be up to you guys.
Right now, ang pag-uusapan talaga in the next few weeks is kung ibubukas yung proseso o hindi. A lot of groups have already said, opening it up is like opening up Pandora's box. You don't know ano yung lalabas dyan,
what this could lead to.
What it could lead to. And ako, we've been very clear. We will not agree to a no-oil scenario. We will not agree to any provision that will support dictatorship or authoritarianism. Alam mo, there's another thing that was pointed out by one of the justices, which was in the martial law provision, it's more or less retained, pero may dinagdag na batayan, and that's lawless violence, no? So right now it's invasion or rebellion, pero ngayon may dinagdag na lawless violence. And as we know, lawless violence is there's a very, very wide breadth, very broad to determine what's lawless violence. So kumbaga may dinagdag na provision dyan, no? Another one that, and I know we're running out of time, that Chief Justice Davide pointed out, and he kept on repeating this, bakit dun sa definisyon ng ating teritoryo, hindi binanggit yung West Philippine Sea? Nakabanggit yung Philippine Rice, pero hindi binanggit yung West Philippine Sea. Was it omitted on purpose, or was that just an oversight? I think if we are to have a new constitution, kailangan malinaw na yung posisyon natin sa West Philippine Sea.
Maraming dapat naman siguro, Senator, to be fair, maging malinaw because there are some questions regarding the 1987 Constitution. Sabihin po natin, voting jointly or separately, that was something already in the past, and many other provisions in the Constitution.
You can improve any law, any constitution, because they reflect the time that it was made,
Right.
and none of the framers are perfect. So you will always have room for improvement. But one of the professors yesterday from University of the Philippines, no, Political Science Department, he said something very interesting. Sabi niya, baka naman in your effort to improve, meron kang law of unintended consequences, mas mapalala pa yan. So you also have to look at how markets will react to this, how the country will react to this. Baka may mga provision na singit dyan, di mo naman pala alam, binukas na pala ang hindi inaasahang mga bagay. So you have to weigh all of that, no?
But that's really up to you guys to study this, sir.
Yes, and in fact, that will probably come to a vote in the next few weeks.
All right. Thank you. Senator, as you sinabi niyo na po kanina, ubusan na tayo ng oras. Maraming salamat. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I wish we had more time because there's so much still to discuss. But during the break, we'll ask the senator about the train law, what could happen when Congress resumes. No? This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Sir, maraming salamat po
Thank
sa
you,
inyo.
Pinky.
Coming up, 12 new movies.